Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. 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 When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. 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 Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Prayer is power. When you pray, then you are in touch with your higher consciousness. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Pray. Pray. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome, everyone, to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, February 2nd, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location, which is in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and Fire Lab priestess and AstroVed astrologer. I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has explained that the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is also a divine light being associated with all of them. In doing this puja, we are inviting the blessings of those light beings to flow into us and to flow into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. Each of these little 12 boxes represents a zodiac sign. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table, and that's where I'm going to do the puja here. You're welcome to participate at whatever level you feel comfortable with. Dr. Pillai has explained the names of all of these divine beings is in and of itself a quantum sound or a mantra. So even just listening to the puja brings in some benefit. So if you want to be listening to it while you're doing something else, like folding the laundry or driving a car, or if you want to be actually participating along with me, drawing the chart on a piece of paper or a blackboard or a little white thing that you might have, erasable thing that you have laying flat, you're welcome to do that as well. To do the puja, I have some water, I have a lit tea light, I have an incense stick, a bowl of fresh flowers, a bell, and a little raisin that I'm going to use as we do the puja. I start with the water. I dip my right hand into the water and sprinkle a few drops of water on each side of the blackboard chart, sprinkle a few drops of water on top of myself, and I'm sending a few drops of water out into space to symbolically purify all of you, whether you're watching this live or later on a replay. Next, we invoke Ganesha to remove obstacles. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja. And I ask him to remove obstacles for all of you in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of your life. I ask Ganesha to remove obstacles for all of you now and always. Now we do a short Tamil chant asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave, Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial today towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Yana Samunda for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time elements that are active right now in my local area. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Thursday, which is ruled by Jupiter. When I say Namaha, I'm going to put a flower petal on top of Jupiter. First, I'm holding the flower petal near my heart. And then when I say Namaha, I'll be putting it onto the blackboard chart in an appropriate place. We start with honoring Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Ardra, symbolized as a teardrop of compassion. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. In my area, it's 13th waxing moon, which is called Trayodasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Om Trayodasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet that's ruling the hour. In my local area, that is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the karana time elements. Dr. Pillai said for these, we would not use flower petals. We would say their names 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Vishkamba, which has energies that are victorious. Vishkamba, Vishkamba, Vishkamba. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Kolava, which has energies that are social. Kolava, Kolava, Kolava. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. Dr. Pillai said we would always start this part of the puja with looking at whatever sign is the ascendant. This is represented with the letters AC. This sign happens to be Aquarius, which is ruled by Saturn. Dr. Pillai said we would start with honoring the planet that rules the ascendant sign as a gesture for its importance at the moment. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. We ask for blessings from this star, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule different spheres of existence. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them, and I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta star is ruled by Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor Venus for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Satyabisha. One of the symbols for this star is 100 physicians. This is a star that has healing energies and also gives interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Venus on the blackboard chart. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Om Satyabishaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Varuna, an archetype who rules the rains and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha's star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor Neptune for being in Aquarius. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada. This is a star that can give blessings for work and charity and purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, an archetype who can help us experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada's star is ruled by Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha or Aquarius, the most humanitarian and service-oriented of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet of patience, structure, and compassion. Venus, planet of happiness, beauty, enjoyment of material plane comforts. And Neptune, a planet that helps with our intuition and helps us to understand our own inner life. I pause for a moment and we will all reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign going in a clockwise direction around the chart that has a planet in it is Meena or Pisces, which today contains Jupiter. We honor Jupiter, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Uttarabhadrapada. Dr. Pillai says this is a star that can help us with business development. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Utarbhajapadaye Namaha. Om Utarbhajapadaye Namaha. Om Utarbhajapadaye Namaha. Utarbhajapada's star is ruled by Ayarbundya, an archetype who can help to guard our treasures and our valuables. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Ayarbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayarbundyaye Namaha. Om Ayarbundyaye Namaha. Utarbhajapada's star is ruled by Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Om Sanishwaraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Meena, or Pisces, the most metaphysical of all the zodiac signs, today containing Jupiter, a planet that helps with everything related to spirituality. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi, or sign with the planet in it, is Misha, or Aries, which today contains Rahu and also Uranus. Both Rahu and Uranus are in the same star, so I'm going to honor both of them before I invoke the star. I start with Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Next, we honor Uranus, and I put the flower petals on him. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Rahu and Uranus are both in a star called Bharani, a star with a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti, or power, or energy. I put the flower petals across Rahu and Uranus on the blackboard chart. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Om Bharanihe Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. Om Yamahe Namaha. Om Yamahe Namaha. Om Yamahe Namaha. Bharani's star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aries, which is Mars. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energy, today containing Rahu, a planet that can help us to think outside the box, and Uranus, a planet that helps with success in life, higher intelligence, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi, or sign with the planet in it, is Vrishabha, or Taurus, which today contains Mars. We honor Mars, and I put the flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Rohini, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, beauty, and creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Om Rohinihe Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by Brahma, an archetype of creation and creativity. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Om Brahmaye Namaha. Rohini's star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Vrishabha or Taurus, a grounded earth sign today containing Mars, a planet that likes to be able to solve problems that can be fixed. He likes us to get into action to solve things. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Mithuna or Gemini, which today contains the moon. We honor the moon. I put the flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Today, the moon is in a star called Ardra, a star symbolized as a teardrop of compassion. This is a star that helps us to be of service to others. In our community, Mohini is someone who has her moon in her birth chart in Ardra star. She's the director of Tripura Foundation, Dr. Pillai's nonprofit charity organization. And I always think she's a perfect representation of Ardra star, having that compassion to help others. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Om Ardraye Namaha. Ardra star is ruled by Rudra, a form of Shiva who destroys negativity. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Om Rudraye Namaha. Ardra star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Gemini, which is Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. Om Buddhayeha Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Mithuna or Gemini, a sign with a great range of energies, today containing the moon, which is our mind and our emotions. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put the flower petals on Ketu on the blackboard chart. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Swati, a star symbolized as young shoots of plants blowing in the wind. This is a star that can give energies for independence and also sometimes make someone maybe feel a bit restless. We put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Om Swatye Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Vayu, the archetype who rules the wind and the air element. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Om Vayuve Namaha. Swati star is ruled by Rahu. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. So today we have planets in all three of the stars that are ruled by Rahu. Venus is in Satyabisha, ruled by Rahu. The moon is in Ardra, ruled by Rahu. And Ketu is in Swati, ruled by Rahu. Interesting to note. Now we honor the planet that rules Libra, which is Venus. I put the flower petals on him. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign with energies for balance, fairness, and harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi sign with the planet in it is Danas or Sagittarius, which today contains Mercury. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Ashada. This is a star that can help us to discern what's right for us, what's wrong for us. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Om Purvashadaye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Apas, a goddess who's a deified form of water. She can give blessings for purification. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Om Apasye Namaha. Purva Ashada star is ruled by Venus. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Sagittarius, which is Jupiter. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Danas or Sagittarius, the most idealistic of all the zodiac signs, today containing Mercury, planet of communication, planet of business, and also a planet that can help with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto and also the Sun. I start with honoring Pluto and put flower petals on him. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada. This is a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them, and I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarshada star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we honor the sun for being in Capricorn. I put flower petals again on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The sun is in a star called Shravana. Shravana is a star that can give blessings for money. One of the symbols for it is an ear, indicating that this is a star that can help us to listen to more than just the words that people say. We can listen to what's in their heart. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Om Shravanaye Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by Vishnu, an archetype who can give blessings for protection, healing, and also wealth creation. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Om Vishnave Namaha. Shravana star is ruled by the moon. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put the flower petals on Saturn on the blackboard chart. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara, or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can activate ancient past life skills and abilities, today containing Pluto, planet that helps with rationality and science, and the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet so important for our health and our self-esteem. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now I take a lit tea light and I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals on it. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart in a clockwise direction 3 times, offering the element of fire with the heat and the light to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked. Now, I take a lit incense stick to offer something that represents the air element and also has a sweet fragrance. And I circle that above the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now I ring a bell to offer the element of sound. Now I take a raisin, a little fruit, to offer something that represents the earth element And I circle that in the air 3 times above the chart, offering this. Later in the day, I will eat it as a piece of prasad or sacred offering, as it's been blessed by being offered like that. Now I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking them to send their positive blessings into the lives of all of us, into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened laws, enlightened citizens, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we can do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you so much for joining us. I truly appreciate your participation and your support. Every week I create the charts and I send them over to Ronnie, who puts them into little videos for us over the weekend so that I have them to play for you each week. And last week she said, do they ever repeat? Like, are there ever any of them that we can reuse? And I said, no, the time elements and the placement of the planets is different each day. And it made me realize, it's just really precious each day, the time that we have, because these are moments that in our lifetime, they don't come around again. I mean, maybe, I don't know, thousands of years, maybe they repeat, but for us in our lifetimes, these are unique each day, what's going on with the planets and the time elements. Today is 13th waxing moon in my area, which means in the afternoon, in that hour and a half before sunset, it will be a good time to do karma removal rituals, because the 13th moon is sacred to Shiva, who helps with karma removal. So doing things like, cutting lemons or limes, chanting Tirunila Cantum, pouring milk over a Shiva lingam, those are all good things to do in that hour and a half before sunset in your local area whenever it's the 13th moon in your area, and asking Shiva to help you with removing karma. Melissa saying, thank you for your dedication. Your daily pujas are always a lovely addition to my day. It's a lovely addition to my day as well. And I really appreciate that we have people that are showing up on a regular basis so that there's an audience for this. If nobody comes, then then the program might be canceled. So I do appreciate that we have regular participation and appreciate that. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any questions in the chat today. And I want to be always respectful towards your time. Dr. Pillai is doing some special initiations on Saturday. And it's a special full moon. And if you want to check out that program, there's information about that on the Pillai Center site. But these will be live initiations with Dr. Pillai, which he doesn't do often. And it's something that you might want to participate in, as his aura will be very strong with both the full moon and the fact that he'll still be in his birthday aura as well. All right. Well, I am grateful to you all for being here. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. I consider all of you to be older souls. This is a kind of advanced form of a puja. So if this is appealing to you or speaking to you, you are probably an older soul, and you probably came into this incarnation to awaken to higher consciousness. And I'm sure the planets and the stars and the archetypes are going to be helping all of you with that particular purpose that you came in with. So thank you all. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all.